So stage 3, or the new stage 2, I don't know how to call them anymore. But for us, it was a much better day. The course itself was pretty chaotic. It was really gnarly. It was like racing a criterium all day long, like constantly going through towns and a bazillion roundabouts. So you really had to be well positioned. And luckily for us, we all got together, 4 of us, with Soraya on the front with about 3K to go, with the plan to lead Chloe out for the sprint. And we knew that the final couple of kilometres were going to be quite technical, with some tight corners. And it was so technical, actually, that the organisers chose to take the GC times from 1 kilometre to go. So then it was, I think that says a lot about what was going on in the final there. But in the last 600 metres or so, 700 metres, we had to go through a gate, a lot like the Paris-Roubaix finish, where you kind of come through a gate and then you take a right through the gate and then you end up on like a big sweeping left, just like a velodrome. So it wasn't a velodrome, but it was some sort of park. But yeah, it was pretty crazy finish. So I did a really great lead out, and then the other team started coming with about 1.2k to go or so. So then I took over and just went for as long as I could on the front to keep the pace high for Chloe, and then she sprinted to third. So yeah, the mood in the team was completely turned around, and I was really happy for Neve too. She raced a really great race at the front all day and tried to look after the sprinters, and she did a really good job like that. So it's really cool to see, that riders can just switch their brain on and turn a page for another stage. I think that's really important and a good lesson for her, and she really contributed to the team. So I made sure that she felt like she'd done a great job. So yeah, and then I was stoked because when I got to the finish line, my coach was there. She's come from Australia for a holiday with her family, and she's been coaching me for 10 years, and this is the first time more than 10 years, but it's the first time that she's seen me race in Europe. So she'll be in the race car today for stage 4, and we'll see what happens.
The voice that you heard bringing you into this episode of the Wheel Talk podcast was Sarah Roy, checking in after yesterday's stage, just in case anyone wanted to hear a little bit more about that. Thanks so much to Sarah for checking in. Hello, Hannah Barnes. How are you doing this fine Monday?
I'm very good. How are you?
Good. That was a really great stage.
Yeah, we didn't get it quite right.
I mean, I did. I said Elisa Longoborghini is going to attack. I'm pretty sure I said that.
Yeah.
I said the words, "This looks like a great day for Lidl-Trek."
You did say that, yeah. I did not say that.
To be fair, though, your call of it being a day for Lorena Wiebes, I thought you were crazy looking at the profile, but she got over those climbs like a champ. That was pretty impressive.
Yeah. She just has if she can smell any slight scent of a win, then she's going for it. It's hard. I don't think she had many teammates in that group behind chasing. But it's pretty hard to be able to chase, bring it back Van Vleuten and Lisa Borghini, and then also trying to go for the sprint as well. But she had to go and she nearly made it.
Yeah, she only had, I think, Blanca Voss and Niamh Fisher-Black in that group by the time the move went. And impressive for Wiebes to stay in there, but also quite the ride for Veronica Ewers, who attacked on the second climb of the day, and no one really responded at all. She just kind of rode off the front past the only rider that was still in front of the race from the breakaway, and was already up the road when Van Vleuten and Longoborghini went and joined her. And then the three of them rode to the line, and it was Elisa Longoborghini who took the first win for Lidl-Trek under their new name, with Veronica Ewers getting her first World Tour podium with second place. It was a huge day for her.
Yeah, it's a really good day. When you're a rider like that who can slip away, not really marked as much as Van Vleuten is, or at least Longo Borghini. So yeah, super cool. And then to have those two come up behind you and then work with you to the finish. She probably didn't fancy her chances in that final, but yeah, I mean, she just come third in a Giro stage, so she must be pretty happy about it.
Second. I mean, she beat Van Vleuten to the line.
Well, there you go. Second. So, it's really good. And for EF as well, that would be such a boost for them for the rest of the race.
Yeah, definitely. I think it was an awesome stage for Veronica, and we actually have an audio diary from her. So let's hear what she had to say herself.
Ooh, what a day. Stage 4 done. Longest stage of the Giro. Managed to get second, which is bittersweet. I mean, coming behind Elisa is pretty incredible, as she's an amazing rider. And, went for it 100K in. And, initially was disappointed to miss out on first, but then was pretty overwhelmed with happiness of getting my best result in the World Tour race. Just got to snag that first sometime, hopefully soon. Lots of climbing tomorrow and a short stage. Looking forward to it.
In terms of Elisa Longo Borghini, though, only her second ever Giro Donne Stage win. She's been on top of the sport for many, many years. She's been one of the best in the world, I would say, for maybe 8 or 9 years. But she's only ever taken 2 wins in her home country. And so this will be a huge boost for her, and especially winning in the tricolor. She said after the race that was a really special moment for her. I mean, for anyone to win on home soil while being the national champion, it's really something special that only happens once in a blue moon. So a huge day for Elisa, an awesome day for her team. Teammate of the stage winner, Lauretta Hanson, has a little bit to say about the stage. Let's hear from Lauretta.
So we're up to stage 4 of Giro Donne. And we've been in a lot of hotels. I think I've eaten half my body weight in pasta and rice and gels. But yeah, today we got our stage win. So it's nice to get it early in these opening days, and puts us in a really good position, really builds the mood of the team going into these last couple of days, into the second half of the tour, I guess. So today it's the day before the Queen stage, but it was still quite a tough day. Like, no real one big climb. It was just pretty heavy in the back end. Like, I think in the last 60 or 70 Ks, there was 1,300 meters of climbing in lots of sort of 2-3K climbs, 5-6%, like nothing super, super hard or super, super steep, but just really wearing and tiring. And it was one of those days, like, especially with the Queen stage tomorrow, a lot of it was about trying to conserve and protect our leaders as much as possible. So obviously to set ourselves up for the best result today, but also for tomorrow, because tomorrow it's really a really tough day. We've got 2,500 meters of climbing, and anything you waste today is going to hurt you tomorrow, and really that could be the GC. But obviously to get the stage win with Elisa today was fantastic, pretty incredible. Our first team win as Lidl-Trek, which makes it even better in the Italian champs jersey. I think as an Italian, that's probably pretty up there as one of the most special things you can do in your career. So really excited for Elisa and also our team. But yeah, as a team, when you're on tour, obviously you enjoy the success and you celebrate, and it was a big day, a big result for the team. Like, everyone put in their work, from Eleanor and Lisa, constantly going back, getting bottles, looking after Gaia, to protecting our riders, our leaders into the climbs and giving them as much rest as possible. Every little bit helps. But as a team, we don't really get to celebrate that much. Like, today we had a 3.5-hour transfer after the race. So it was pretty much a quick shower and then jump in the car and drive. Like, I haven't even seen Elisa after the stage yet. Maybe we'll have a little bit of champagne tonight to celebrate. Like, we certainly do something small, but sometimes that's racing. Like, even in some of the bigger classics or big one-day races, you don't get to go out and have a nice dinner or anything like that. Like, the circus keeps rolling on and you're on to the next stage. So yeah, we're gonna enjoy tonight, and certainly celebrate as a team. But eyes are full focus forward for tomorrow and overall GC. We're in a good position, kind of rolling on the high of a stage win, and looking forward to a lot more in the coming days. It's going to be hard, so we're expecting some fireworks tomorrow.
Well, yeah, I'm pretty surprised that was only her second stage win at the Giro. Because she's been up there. She's always at the front of the races. So she must have been on the podium in a lot of stages. So that must have meant a lot. And she's only been national champion for 7 days now. So to win on your third race and wearing it is pretty great, and pretty cool. And she's clearly going well, so she could do it again in another stage later in the week.
Yeah, I wonder what the chances are that she'll win the Queen stage tomorrow as well. I think when you've put in an effort like this, it will be harder to back it up the next day. And I did think that tomorrow would be the biggest day for the GC, but I think because we had a couple of the main GC players in Van Vleuten and Elisa Longo Borghini off the front today, that maybe tomorrow won't be as big for the general classification riders. But we did have a couple teams really lose out, mainly FDJ Suez, who had three riders in the top 10 going into this stage, and had really nobody in the chase, even when the group was trying to chase down the three out front, or in the front when that group came in. They still have Cecilie Uttrup-Ludwig in fourth overall, but she's a minute and a half down now, which is a lot of time to make up. I mean, even 40 seconds on Veronica Ewers is a lot of time to make up when there's not a ton of climbing and not a lot of chances for the rest of the week.
Yeah, I mean, they can go into it being aggressive because they've not really got anything to lose now. Tomorrow is like a great launch pad for Cecile to try something. It looks hard. You say that Van Vleuten and Longo Borghini might be tired after today, but I don't think so. They're veterans of the sport now. They generally get stronger and stronger as the race goes on. So I think tomorrow's going to be a big GC day. They've both shown that they just want to race. As soon as it goes uphill, then they just use it as a launch pad. So I think tomorrow's going to be like the showdown, and I'm pretty excited about it.
Kind of an interesting stage because the biggest climb of the day, the 10K long climb, is 20K from the start. And so if you do go over the top of that climb in a small group or even solo, once you get to the bottom of the descent, say you have 30 seconds, a minute at the top of the climb, you go all the way down the descent. The most you're going to lose if you're competent, it's 10 seconds, 15 seconds, maybe. So once you get to the bottom of that descent, it's 63-ish K, 67 maybe K to the finish, which is not really that much road to hold a gap. That's for a rider like Van Vleuten, if she wasn't already in the lead, this would have her name written all over it.
Yeah, that's going to be a fast first 20K because there'll be a lot of teams that want the domestiques that can't climb too well to have a head start going into that climb, just at the chance that they can be at the front ahead of the main GC contenders before they hit the descent, because it just means you've got more numbers at the front going to the finish and after the climb. But it's 20K, it's going to be hard to get a substantial gap in that amount of time. They'll probably do that in 30 minutes. So that's going to be, you don't want to be set at the back tomorrow. You need to there'll be a lot of riders probably warming up tomorrow, I would say. Even me, if I was there, I would have warmed up, which is quite surprising. But those kinds of days, you need to be ready. It's racing from the start, and you could get in the break and you could be really helpful for your teammates, or you could, within 30K, your race is done and you're just rolling in. So it'll be an interesting one.
Definitely not a day for Wiebes.
No, but you never know.
It's true. You just can't discount her. She's amazing. I think actually in that vein, I think SC Works is going to be really keen to try to do everything that they can for the race tomorrow. They don't have really any GC cards to play, with Niamh being a couple minutes back on the GC, but I think that she's still riding quite well. So I'm excited to see if she can pull something out tomorrow with that climb, because she's such an amazing climber. And also, Blanca Voss has proved to be a really great rider for that team in the last couple weeks. And today was doing a lot of work for Lorena.
And I mean, like tomorrow, it could be a group of climbers that go away on the climb, and that's the break to the line. So it can be an advantage being 2 minutes down, and having like that freedom to race a little bit differently to what you normally do. So yeah, I mean, there could potentially be maybe a group of 10 or 11 going to the line tomorrow that have like made the break on that main climb. So yeah, a lot of things can happen in a stage like tomorrow.
Yeah, and then there's 2 category 3 climbs in the final like 30K of the stage, with the second climb being pretty steep compared to the first climb is quite gradual for about 12K, I think. Then the second climb pitches, it averages 6.6%, but there's some steep bits in it. So I think like if there isn't a group of GC favorites that goes earlier and maybe there's a break that gets brought back closer to the line, then that's such an awesome launching pad for some kind of exciting attack. Like, for example, Cecily could definitely try something on that climb, Marta Cavalli as well. So I think tomorrow is not a stage that you want to miss.
I think it'll be hard. Like if Veronica Ewers is third overall now, and EF will be very happy with that. So they'll do everything they can to just protect third place. So it'll be hard for FDJ to get away. They just have to be as stronger than the EF and Veronica. But yeah, that's just why bike racing is so good, because you have people trying to win the race, but you also have people that just want to keep top 10 of the podium spot. So yeah, that's why it's so good.
Will be really interesting. Well, Hannah, I'll talk to you tomorrow. Thank you so much. We also have an update from Nine Kessler of the Jayco-AlUla team.
Well, that was another day in the Giro. Today for me it was a typical group battle day, and so I did a lot of work in the beginning, and that was planned, so that's all good. And then I always search for like a good group battle. Like sometimes you just are from the start, from the climb, you are in a nice group and everybody's just like they have one goal: go to the finish and be on time. Or sometimes you're like, oh shit, I want to be like one group ahead. But today was good, had a nice group. And you know, in this kind of races and stages, everybody is kind of taking care of each other in the group battle. And also other teams, I think like almost every team offered me like bottles, and yeah, everybody's looking after each other, because we just want to go to the finish. I wanted to say as fresh as possible, but you know, we still need to get over those climbs. Anyway, I had a good group, had a nice chat with everybody, and we kept rolling, and we went to the finish. I was actually happy when we arrived, and heard my teammates did pretty well. And then I was looking for the race from tomorrow, and I think I need to look for another good group battle. It's gonna be a tough one tomorrow, but that's good. And especially for me now this Giro, so I broke my shoulder in Vuelta and had to go on the trainer for a couple weeks, and this is a good week for me to help my teammates and get stronger in the climbs, get some race distance in the legs, and prepare for also the tour that is coming. But that's still pretty far. First, need to survive this days. And tomorrow it's gonna be a hard one. And the best stage is on my birthday, because it's my birthday tomorrow. So I'm gonna enjoy it. I already asked my teammates, like, okay, the best present if you just like push me over all these climbs. No, it's gonna be a good one, and probably or definitely it's gonna be hard, but it's gonna be a good stage for my teammates. We're doing pretty well, pretty happy. So now let's get ready for bed. Hope I get a good night of sleep, because the day was pretty long, and then sometimes I find it hard to switch off the mind and fall asleep quick. but I think I will be tired today, so, or maybe too excited because it's my birthday tomorrow. Well, talk to you tomorrow, everybody. And yeah, that's it.